Welcome back, everybody. I'm doing some live gameplay for you today playing Whimsicott. So I played this deck quite a bit on stream yesterday, and I had some thoughts, right? So Whimsicott, because you're going to look at this list, and you're going to go, what? Really? And I'm going to explain it. I'm going to explain it. Whimsicott it feels very strong. It feels very, very strong. My problem is that we do not have a great way. Like, if you go first, it becomes really hard to chain your Whimsicott. It becomes very, very difficult. And so I really wanted another Pokemon in there, and then it just became like, well, you're not really starting with that extra Pokemon. It's like tight on space. It just wasn't totally working. And then I saw this list that only played a 1-1 version. So I said, let me give that a try because that seems to fix my problems. And also, if you're using another Pokemon like Kartana, what's going to happen is, like, even here, I'm going to go double Kart. I'm going to go back. I'm going to try to get my opponent to go through 2 Kartanas and then 1 Whimsicott. If I go like an early Kartana and then I'm forced to go into a Whimsicott as my next attacker, my opponent has a very easy 1-2 prize trade, and you lose out on that really nice like 2-2 prize trade with Whimsicott. So there was just like, it felt like the deck needed something else in order to be good. And so I saw a list similar to this, and I tweaked it a bit for my own sake. And I have enjoyed like where I've ended up with it. We're going to hope for some Ariados here to lock this guy up, because the way I see myself winning this game is by knocking out a 1-point Pokemon, and then I can deal with their Whimsicott much easier. All right, no such thing, which is like, it's fine. It's fine for now. If I go Leaf Cape, this guy can live 2 Ariados attacks, because I am still going to try to play for like locking this dude up. We'll just start Thrash Meddling and trying to just get our free 1 point. That's what we're looking for right now, is we want to get 1 point off on this guy. So then all we have to do is get through a Whimsicott. And when you have Ariados in here, like, dude, this deck just works so well. Whimsicott does, if you don't know already, sorry. Whimsicott does 40 damage, plus 30 more for each energy in our opponent's retreat cost. This is almost like so chill with me. So if our opponent, yo, bro got everything. Oh my god. If our opponent has 2 retreat costs with double Ariados out, there we go. That's what I was looking for. So now I don't want to go through this Whimsicott, or I at least want to slow down the energy attachment. So I'm going to Sabrina before I quick go extract, so he doesn't know that he's not going to be able to retreat whatever comes active. It's just all about slowing our opponent down. We have another Sabrina. We'll find it at some point. Okay. I just want all the time in the world. So if our opponent has 2 retreat costs and we have both Ariados, we can do 160 damage. Against a Mega Venusaur, you can do 220. It's pretty ridiculous. But, dude, it, like, enables you to do stuff like this, where you can Sabrina your opponent around. That's why we're playing 2 Sabrina, because it's very, very powerful to just be hitting for 40 damage with Kartana and forcing your opponent to go through, to just basically not be able to retreat, right? Like, this guy can't really go anywhere. We're going to start loading up the Ariados and just keep beating on this Whimsicott. It's not going to be quite enough damage, but again, like, my game plan is kind of going to be just use that Sabrina at the end of the game to go access one of these 2 guys, and then I'm good. That's all I'm hoping for. And I'm also going to have to hope to dodge a Sabrina of my opponents as well. I guess, like, the way this game has gone, I didn't need double Kartana down. I would have been just fine going for just the Cottony. But yeah, we're just gonna hope that we don't lose to our opponent's Sabrina at the end of the game. Sort of all we got. Well, Mars not gonna be helpful. Mars can be very, very strong in this deck, because if you could force your opponent to go through double Kartana and then Mars them down to 1 when you push Whimsicott in the active spot, it's pretty good. Pretty good. Sabrina this turn, I'd be happy. But otherwise, I'm gonna play down the Whimsicott, and I'm gonna use Mars. I might still use Mars, bro, because, like, what is that? That hand is not a research. It wasn't an Ariados in that little hand. Doesn't seem to be a healing card. It's also just nice for me to play my hand down. I think the only way I wouldn't use Mars is if I top deck like a Research or a Copycat. If I even still have... I have a Research and a Copycat left, yeah. So, like, the rest of my deck is pretty good. Okay. Well, in that case, like, I need my Sabrina next turn, and just so I don't put it on a 50-50, because it is just like a hunch that there's a Sabrina in that hand. But ultimately, you know, it's probably better to just play the Research, get it out, and go for Grass Knot. And we just hope that our opponent either isn't playing Sabrina or just doesn't have it in hand. Well, we almost had to. This is the mirror match, though. This is kind of how it goes. If your opponent gets an extra energy in play, it gets more difficult. We are slightly favored because we play double Sabrina, so we can slow our opponent down repeatedly. There's a Copycat. And he can't do anything to my hand, so we just get to go Sabrina for game. There you go. Even in an energy deficit, this list can still beat the mirror match with this double Sabrina. The double Sabrina has felt amazing. Just fantastic. Because you can get these Ariados online so quickly that you're just gonna be trapping something in the active spot. And there we go. Sabrina for game. Just like that, man. Yeah, this version of the deck has felt fantastic because it's like I get to play everything I want in this list. And yeah, I don't have 2 Whimsicott, but I mean, the 2 Whimsicott strategy wasn't feeling great to me. Especially if you start Spinnerack. If you start Spinnerack with the double Whimsicott version, and your game plan is to go through 2 Whimsicott, you go first start Spinnerack, it's like, it's over. It's over. It's either play 1/1 Whimsicott or play like some X speeds in the deck to fix that problem. Sorry for the jump scare mid-video, but I forgot to say, will you please subscribe to the channel and like the video? But about 60% of you are not subscribed. It really helps out because it makes me like happier to see the number go up. So if you guys could, if you're enjoying the content, subscribe to the channel. Check even if you think you are, because again, 60% of you aren't. So there's a pretty good chance that if you're watching this, you are not subscribed. So thank you guys. Enjoy the rest of the video. Another very good thing about this list is you don't have such a hard time against Oricorio, right? I mean, Kartana can deal with Oricorio pretty well. So the list I saw in the tournament, it ended up, I took the list and I immediately looked at it and said, I want to change some things about this. So I changed some cards, and where I ended up is pretty close to what they had. But I took out the Erica and gave myself a second Licia instead. Now, you say I have double Licia in hand. Oh, gosh, well, the second one is useless. It doesn't matter. The first Licia is here so I can go get all of my guys very quickly. I want my 2 Spinnerack down as fast as possible. And the way that this is going, I might be able to just knock one of these guys out with the Kartana. Because let me think here, right? Because he's going to go evolve into Magneton, maybe put a cape on it, and then Kartana does not get this knockout. He's got double Magneton. Almost definitely. So it might just have to be like the Whimsicott's going to pull through. I think we're going to have to go aggressive Whimsicott, which doesn't feel great because it is kind of hard to like find the Whimsicott and the Ariados pieces really quickly. It's not the easiest thing in the world to do, but we're going to give it a go here. Just really hoping my opponent doesn't have a giant cape for this Magneton in order to answer this really aggressive Kartana. But like at the same time, going double Kartana, if my opponent's able to get into Magnezone, it's not going to matter all that much. Yeah, there's the giant cape. They always have it, dude. It's Magnezone. I don't know what is wrong with this deck, but like it is more, I don't know. It draws cards better than any other deck in the world. Like 90% of the time. It's crazy. Like they can't possibly be playing 2 cape, right? Surely. I can't even Sabrina. And look at that! Dude, what are you talking about? What are you saying to me right now? Double Oricorio off the Copycat for 3. Like, okay, dude. Sure. I'll pretend like that was viable or believable. Okay. Well, I'm just going to use this now. It would be nice to hold it for a turn, but the way my opponent's drawing, I feel like I need to... I need to play as schizophrenic as possible. Maybe there's no Magnezone. I don't know. That's probably a copycat, though. He probably got copycat double Oricorio. Even Magnezone double Oricorio would be ridiculous. Even that's ridiculous, bro. Where are your bad cards? Why aren't cards getting stuck in your hand like they do for me, bro? What is going on here? I demand answers. Now, because my opponent didn't attach the Magneton, I might be able to punish this. Or you would hope that the universe would be fair and just and not give him a Magnezone. Okay. Oh, he gets a Magnezone, but a damaged one. That's fine. I just gotta hope that we see an Ariados or a Pokemon Growth Hormone off the end of this. Oh, I also gotta say, just in case they're watching, there was someone in chat yesterday while I was streaming that actually said, what about a 1-1 Whimsicott line? And I was like, that doesn't... No, what? We're not doing that, dude. We're not doing a 1-1 Whimsicott. Okay, well, I think Research is the better play than Copycat there. Almost definitely. Come on. Come on! Yes! Yes! Okay. And now my opponent has nothing set up. And I can knock out their Magnezone. And then I can pivot into Kartana and start beating up these Oricorios. I can start pivoting around like everyone. I can attack with Kartana, and then Kartana can take a hit, and then I can go into Ariados, and Ariados can take a hit. Everyone's gonna help out here. Everyone's gonna help out. And hopefully I'll just have damage on an Oricorio, and maybe that Magneton will come to the active spot, and I can start dishing out those Sabrinas and make something happen with them. So let's just burn the Licia, because I'm not looking to do anything this turn. And we'll go into Kartana. And I think if anybody's getting the cape, I think it's, well, the Ariados can actually live a Magnezone attack with it. Kartana would survive a Giovanni if my opponent's playing that. What is actually going to be more relevant? Probably that play of my opponent trying to use Giovanni, I guess. Maybe, dude, I don't know. It's so difficult. Like, everyone's playing different stuff, man. If there was a Geo in this. Like, we didn't play Geo in the previous one. Actually, maybe I should save it. I should hold on to that Leaf Cape. I should hold on to the Leaf Cape because this deck does usually play Guzma, though. So, I'm not trying to get Goozied. What's cool, too, is this Oricorio's stuck here, man. Actually, like, while I'm thinking about the potential of my opponent retreating into Magnezone or something, this guy is stuck here with me. He's got nowhere to go. And so, yeah, because he has a 3 retreat cost. Well, I guess he could retreat into Magnezone, and that would work out for him just fine. I could even Sabrina now... And then he either gives me Magneton or this Oricorio for a free point, and I know I'm playing second Sabrina. That sounds pretty good to me. I like the thought of that. Let's do that. Let's play Sabrina, and you're either going to give me that Magneton or you're going to give me that Oricorio. Cool. Now, does our opponent, have they teched in the Elemental switch? Yet another question we have to ask ourselves. He has, that would suck. A lot. That would be actually, like, game ending for us. But we just got to play like he doesn't. We just got to play like he doesn't. But this one, my thought is... we can do this, and then we can switch into Ariados and start attacking. Pretty comfortably, right? Okay, he's got the other Magnezone. That's fine. Whimsicott hits for knockout on that thing no matter what. Okay, now it doesn't. Now it does not. He's playing the Lily, so I don't think there's any more room for shenanigans in here. Right? Oh, he's just gonna let this go down. What? So should I go Ariados with a cape? I think I should, no? Just save the Kartana's ability to hit for 40? Or is it better to let Kartana go down? No. I think Ariados... Oh, this actually kind of sucks for me. I actually don't love this situation that we found ourselves in. Because I am just trying to avoid Cyrus for game on me. Oh, wait. There's a much better play here. Leaf Cape the Ariados Copycat. Duh. I can knock this out and then just go Sabrina on the Magnezone. That's the much better play. Sorry it took me so long to get there. I'm sure you're all screaming over it, but there was quite a bit going on there. That's fine. How many cards left? One. Okay, yeah. So I'm good. I'm good. We got the Sabrina for next turn. We'll Sabrina up that Magnezone and we'll still be able to knock it out. That's all it's going to take. I was really trying to rack my brain there on ways that I could lose the game. And it wasn't even in my thoughts. Like, oh, wait, no, we can actually just win next turn no matter what. We get there with the double Sabrina. Zap. And then we go get that Magnezone. And you know, dude, let me tell you, people will never expect you throw a double Sabrina at them. Never. Never. What deck has played double Sabrina since, like, Cyrus came out? It doesn't happen. Hi, Sabrina. Go get him. Give me him. Get up here. Come on. Come on. Lily wasn't enough. You tech the Lily. The Lily in here is kind of insane. It's a lot of healing. Doesn't matter, though. Look at that, man. Very good start for our opponent for a Magnezone or a Choreo deck. Very good start. And we're still able to get through it with this list. I'm saying, man. I'm saying. Another broken start, and you may see the Charizard and get scared. Don't worry, guys. Don't get scared. Don't get scared. We have ways. And that method is usually just like Kartana, force that Mega Charizard up. Because, like, realistically, our opponent's going to be able to get one Charizard out, right? He's going to be able to get one Charizard powered up. And a Pokemon Growth Hormone. Oh my gosh, it's the best day ever. It's the greatest day of my life. Now, do I got to worry about this guy going nuts? So, I guess, okay, so here's the thing, right? The Leaf Cape in this matchup doesn't matter. The only thing it matters for is, like, can my dude survive a turn? That's all we're really trying to do with this Kartana. And I guess if my opponent had double Charmeleon in hand, then yes, my Kartana would be in danger. So let's play around that by putting a Leaf Cape down. Otherwise, we're not, like, so worried. All right, that is, like, the most annoying thing in the world. That is really brutal. I mean, obviously, it has to be the Spinnerack, right? It can't be anybody else. Nobody else can just get knocked out. We can still do it with one Spinnerack. It's still possible. It's going to be, like, much harder, but with the start my opponent's having, I'm feeling a bit better about it, because now we get to just Mars him down to 2 early and like, you know, sort of punish that. I could, like, I guess I could just go and try to get, but I'm just trying to prevent my opponent from, like, doing much, right? Because as long as he doesn't have Rare Candy Charizard, I can knock out this Charmander. This still feels, like, fine. I mean, my opponent went aggressive early instead of trying to develop their board state. And I think with our start, we should be able to punish this. If he evolves into Charmeleon, Whimsicott does knock it out without an Ariados. That thing's got 2 retreat cost. If he goes Rare Candy Charizard, he's going to have 1 energy on a Charizard. No Charmeleon to boost it. If he goes into an Entei right here, we're going to be able to start moving through that. Right? We'll just go into Whimsicott and deal a ton of damage and then try to Sabrina it the next turn or something. Like, this is feeling fine to me, man. This is still feeling fine. This Entei is now going to be an easy point for me. I don't even know how this guy could possibly move this Entei this turn. We'll go Pokeball and, you know, grab someone. But other than that, dude, I just want to hold this hand. I mean, I'm going to hit this Entei for 100 damage with no Ariados, not even necessary. And then I've got the Sabrina. He would have to somehow retreat this Entei into another Entei. Like, it's just not... I think the game's won here already. I don't think my opponent could possibly have the capability of drawing himself out of this. His whole deck would have to be built around moving Enteis. That's not a Leaf. He would need... And then if he's using energy to just get the Entei out of the active spot to not lose... the Charizard has nothing, right? The Charizard gets nothing. So, like, either way, I'm fine here. Dude, I might even, if he retreats this thing, I might just go Sabrina this turn and knock out the Charmeleon. Because then, what is a 0 energy Entei going to do to me? Should I do that? Let me think. Is that necessary? No, I think it's better to just hit this one for 100, and then if he's somehow able to go Flame Patch, you know, whatever, we can look to just Sabrina up one of these damaged goobers and knock them out. So let's research, hope for a Spinnerack or something. It's sort of a Spinnerack. It's kind of a Spinnerack. It's like a Spinnerack. Just punch the Entei. Because I guess the only thing I would be worried about is, like, if my opponent was able to build up an Entei that wasn't damaged. Yeah, there we go. If I knocked out Charmeleon there and my opponent was able to build up Entei and then hit me for 80, and then hit me for 80 again, I lose. So that's why I decided, all right, let's just damage one of these guys. This is what we got to get through. Getting rid of his Charizard isn't going to do anything because that thing's never getting set up anyways. Yeah, don't be afraid of the Charizards, man. It's not so bad. Going second here against another electric deck. Well, it's either we start with our Whimsicott or we start with our Ariados, and I know which one I would pick. And that's what I was a bit afraid of. What I was somewhat afraid of, but we have the extra energy to play around here. So as long as we find a Kartana, we can poke this Cottonee or this Oricorio for 20 and then retreat into the Kartana. No risk of the guy getting knocked out. Unless our opponent is playing Rocky Helmet. Then that does become a problem, and now we have to look for our one Leaf Cape to prevent that from happening. So that's kind of cringe. And no Sabrina to go access this Magnum on here next turn. Maybe we'll top deck it, but I'm not going to hit this for 20 when the damage doesn't... that damage number doesn't matter, and I don't want my one Cottonee to have 20 damage on it. I'm chill on that. How about we top deck a Sabrina, man? Oh, my opponent's definitely getting double Oricorio down, without a doubt. After this turn, there's a second Oricorio coming down, for sure. For sure. It's how my... Yeah. Yep. You're beast mode like that. Oh, everyone? Okay. Yep. The whole gang? Sure. Sure. The cards are, like, weighted for Magnezone, I'm telling you. Well... guess we're going Quick Grow. And Quick Grow. At least this Oricorio is going nowhere, right? That's a plus. And Ariados. And then unfortunately our opponent was able to play their whole hand down in a deck which runs a full stage 2 line and a bunch of supporters, but none of those for him. And there's the Kartana. So how to even play this, man? I guess I can go Kartana hit and then Ariados hit. That doesn't feel good at all. Just Rocky Helmet, bro. What are we doing? What are you seeing that I'm not? What matchup did you tech for? I guess I can go... Dude, but, like, I need both of my Ariados to knock out Magnezones. This is so cringe. I guess we're doing this. Yeah, we need both Ariados, man. Our opponent's not missing a beat either. Yeah. This one's not looking so good. But, like, our opponent's playing Rocky Helmet and Magnezone. This is a card you will never actually see. Again, I don't even know, like, what he's teching for with this card. It does not compute to me. I don't think I'm seeing the point with that one. I get, like, the best we can do is we can Mars him down to 2 and hope that there's no Magnezones anywhere. Sabrina would have been nice, like, a billion turns ago. But we did not find him. And I really just gotta hope that my opponent doesn't have Magnezone for this one turn. And then I can go Whimsicott. like, just get the 1 energy on Whimsicott and then hope that that's enough, but it just won't be because... Okay. That is not... That's not a guy. That's not a Magnezone, and that's a Oricorio stuck in the active spot. Okay. Okay. Looks like the Mars worked. The Mars did its job. Again, this Ariados is, like, very, very important to the deck. Second Sabrina. It's just not the time. It's not the time quite yet. Next turn, though, I'm gonna retreat out of Ariados and Sabrina one of these Magna guys. That just seems like the best play to me. Our Ariados is gonna be living on 2 HP, unfortunately. Yeah, I'm sure he'll find something off of this. Rocky Helmet onto the Oricorio. Yep, don't care. Don't care. We're going around it. We're going around it. And if our opponent doesn't have Cyrus for our Ariados, which would be, like, it'd be somewhat interesting if that's what he goes for. But, I mean, this Oricorio is asking to get knocked out by my own Kartana later on. This is going to be a close one. It's going to be a really close one. Let me just see you evolve into double Magnezone. Why not, bro? Do it. Him being hesitant makes me think there's only one there. I don't know. I'm not totally sure. I guess another thing we do have to look out for. I mean, ideally, honestly, I would top deck Pokeball. If I got a Pokeball and I could go into Kartana and just knock this out, that would make me the happiest. Not it, unfortunately. All right. So we do have to Sabrina. Because if he's playing the Magnezone, that makes it so I might not be able to attack. We might just have to 50-50 it. Might just have to 50-50 the game here. Which it is what it is. Or he'll go up with Oricorio and swing into my Whimsicott, and I'll just Sabrina again. But again, if he's playing that version, then he probably wouldn't want to attack with Oricorio. Because that would mean... that even the Magnezone doesn't knock out my Whimsicott after the fact. I think it might just be a Magnezone push here. And then we put this game on a coin flip. Or I top deck Mr. Goober. I like to see that. If it's not accompanied by a Cyrus, I'd like to see that quite a bit. That makes me happy. Even if it is accompanied by a Cyrus, it might be worth it to Sabrina that Magneton still. Or we're going to get Marsed. Okay, well, we have 2 cards that can help us win. That helps us find one of those. Oh, no, he will get the knockout with the Magnezone. Okay, so I'm going to need Leaf Cape off of this to not lose. Because there's, I mean, almost definitely this guy's got a Cyrus cooked up. Right? It would have to be the bottom card of his deck. Double Rocky Helmet, man. So interesting. Okay. There's the Leaf Cape. Very good. And research. Kartana? Kartana? No. Okay. Well, we can live this turn. And then... I think I just go Spider Trap with this one. And then, like, either the Magnezone comes active this turn and I can Sabrina this. Oh, then we'll tie, dude. But, I mean, I couldn't attack with the other one. It would knock itself out. Ooh, it might be tie. It might be a Taijimin. Taijimin. I don't know. I don't know what I'm trying to say. And the only way my opponent gets around that is if he, like, Pokemon Center Ladies and attacks with this. But then I still have Sabrina for the other one. I guess he could go Pokemon Center Lady plus evolve into Magnezone. No, but then he'd have to retreat into Magnezone. Which would still work for him. Yeah, that would still work. Okay. So now I can't knock that out. But I can Sabrina up the Oricorio. Because, again, I know there's a Cyrus here, right? Like, no doubt. I can Sabrina... Oh, he attached to it. No. I need my Kartana. I mean, it's a 2 out of 3 chance that I find my Kartana here. We haven't played Pokeball. We haven't played Kartana. It's a 2 out of 3 that I win this game. Come on, dude. Give me one of them, please. I don't know what the last card is. Just don't let me see it, please. Yes, dude. Oh, my gosh. I don't know how we pulled that one out. That was through superior gaming. Like, this match... Oh, my God, dude. Wow. Wow. Rocky Helmet should have stopped me dead in my tracks, but we still were able to do it. Dude, this deck is something else, man. This deck is something else. That's going to be it for the video. I believe that was a perfect recording session. I might have lost one due to just, like, bad start, but I think I just won every single game that I played with this deck. So I think it is really, really strong. I really, really like this 1-1 Whimsicott line. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you subscribe before you leave, and I will see you on the next one.